Nico left me to go chase the geese. Maybe he'll come back.
You are now watching Farming with Duffy Ag.
Welcome back to the channel. As many of you know from previous episode, hydraulic driven. So I went with what you guys were saying. I think we'll be okay. We should be okay. So this is set up. Not everything's ready on this yet, but I want to put it on, run this, make sure it all works happily. I do got to weld some hooks so that when we pick it up with the chains, or some way to pick it up and off, make it easier. Needs some mechanism done, some wiring, and the hoses. And that tire actually has, imagine this, the tube's bad in it. So I did put air in it, but, so. I got plenty of stuff to do. Next week looks absolutely beautiful. Like 72 degrees, 50 at night, all week long. So if we get manure hauled and I get it worked in, this will be go time. So my plan right now, get it out of the shop, get it on the rolling baskets, turn it on, give it a thumbs up, go manure hauling. That's the plan. So gotta hook the rolling baskets back up. Got my head operator right here. What are you eating? Don't eat flies or bees, right? We gotta brush your teeth. Alrighty, we got it picked up. Like I said, that's not the end product of how we're gonna pick that up. For right now it works. So I'll pull over and then we just pick it up, set it down over it. My worry, it doesn't spin fast enough. Doesn't get enough airflow through it. Should have bought the pump from them. So I guess I'll call them Monday. We'll have to find a reducer to go from that 1 inch down. Pump from them $700. But I'll find a use for that pump someday that I just bought. Won't be on this though. Well, I tried to save like 300 some bucks, and it bit me. So I gotta call them on Monday about the motor that they got. I should be looking at the dimensions off the motor. I should be able to take a 7/8 connector and drill out the 1 inch side. Or the side that's going to go to the shaft, because their motor is a 7/8 shaft, and then that will allow me to adapt it up. So live and learn. It's all part of it, I guess. Frustrating. So hopefully they got one and I can get it moving, but yeah. Woo! Everything's fighting me. I'm a little tired today. So we're gonna jump in, get pumping manure. Francisco ran with the tanker for 2 fields. It looks like he dropped it like a foot. Our storage is set up that it will not overflow that storage. It backs up into the barn before it overflows, like a foot from the top. So it works out pretty good. The cows are finishing up on pasture here. So I think this is the last cycle that they'll be out, and then it will come in. Grass growth has really come to an end. But we'll get hooked back up. I use this tractor to see if it would run. I should see. Yeah. I think it's just not enough flow through the pump. I don't know if the other tractor has more flow or not. Here comes Yanko. He wouldn't get in the tractor up there because he was hanging out, but he comes wandering around like, hey, am I gonna miss something? Just easing into it. If you rev it up too fast at the beginning, you start breaking shear bolts. But my roadway's a little overgrown here. It's been a while since we hauled some manure. So, wow. Actually, it's all washed out right here. I guess we'll jump in the bulldozer and level this out first. We did get quite a bit of rainstorm. And sand just washes out. So we'll jump in, level this out first, and then we'll get to hauling manure. So we're gonna run the semi. Francisco will be running the tractor. Currently we're just doing ground that we are gonna disc and then cover crop seed, which, yeah, I gotta get the cover crop seeder done. So yeah, all part of it. Did a little roadway maintenance here. We'll get right into it. We're gonna pick up a chain because it's not if we're gonna get stuck, it's when we're gonna get stuck. It's just been wet. And everybody who's like, oh, you shouldn't be out there, you shouldn't do this. Yeah, you just get stuck all the time. You guys must not be farmers in the Northeast, or must not know farmers in the Northeast. I think we made out probably one of the best as far as harvesting corn. I have a lot of friends who are still harvesting corn, and it's a disaster. So we got lucky, but roadway maintenance, cleaned it up. Still gotta widen it out some, but it works. Cleaned up down here. Still pumping, that's always good. Forgot one thing. So, when I blew that hydraulic line, that allowed me to switch from nurse to spread. So currently it's in the spread form. We gotta change that up. Otherwise it comes out the spout. Yeah, we could raise the pipe and everything else like that, but it works perfectly fine to do it that way. Now we're good. My little indicator's up. Now we're in the nurse function. Nothing will come out the tailpipe. We won't have to deal with no bicyclists and the police. So we'll get filling. I gotta grab a key to open that up. Climb up, rotate it around, really get it agitated up. Hopefully we won't have to add any water. Our milk room waste doesn't go into the manure storage, so that takes away from how much liquid we have in it. So we got more solid than liquid, and we pump the liquid out first by accident, or it doesn't agitate enough. Then we gotta add water to get it going. Yanko left me to go chase the geese. Maybe he'll come back. I don't really want to be spreading and have him running around in it. Come on! Let's go! So, we're down here. It's gonna get wet along the edge, and it's gonna be wet out back there, and over there in the corner it's gonna be wet. But we're gonna try to stay in a little bit. I'll have the tractor do the outside rows, and I don't know, we'll see. Come on, bud. Good run? Good boy. He loves running geese. We'll get you a harness someday. So everybody says you should get Yanko a harness. Let him run around, show his perspective. I don't think he's gonna be a big fan of having a harness on. Hell, he doesn't like having a leash. Most days he doesn't like having a collar on. He's a free spirit. So let's get spreading. Day at the pool. Yeah, so you can see the line where he started. So far we've dropped it like 2-3 inches. We boogie right along. What are you doing? Sleeping in there. So we got to do something different next year. I think I'm going to use my square that I built, put it on this so it's raised higher. Probably bring the pipe out and put a load stand there. The goal is another semi. Another semi, and then a tanker that lines up with the semi, so like a 5,000, 5,500. and inject manure. That is my goal long term. We'll see if we get there. Because it's slow when you can't run it wide open on that. But me, I can open it right up. I sit at that level, and that's why it's so high off. And we've thought about, oh, put a tube on it, do this. If we put a tube, we can't fill other trucks. Yeah, nice day at the pool. Wish you guys could smell it. Alrighty, he's out of here. Making a little bit of a mess on the road, but that is what it is. He's battling some mud in there. He's got like 2 more loads in there and then he's on to the next one, but we're gonna have to be scraping the roads by the time the day's over. We'll see if we get the police called on us for stinking it up and making a mess on the roads. We try not to, but Mother Nature, it would be great if it wasn't so damp out. Oh, Tama's, welcome to the channel, Tama. What we got for lunch? Gourmet stuff?
Do you have a drink?
Yeah, I got a drink.
Okay, you're all set. Something healthy.
Something healthy. Imagine. Alrighty. I think we got peanut butter and jelly and maybe some fruit snacks. We got fruit snacks. Alrighty. Keep her trucking. I forgot to bring any snacks today. Major issue. Big thing of farming, crop farming, hauling, trucking, food. Snacks, food, drinks. Yeah, amateur hour today. Got some. They're peppers, bud. Okay, we got some peppers. We got, oh, chocolate covered pretzels. Things of fruit snacks. What do we got? The berries and cherries flavored. And a napkin. Yeah, today we don't have cooking with Duffy Ag. Mom hooked me up. Better than starving, right? go, what you're gonna do with it, timing. It's not we just throw stuff at the ground and we hope it sticks. There's a lot of things. Same as any business, but here Mother Nature tells us what we can really do at the end of the day. We have dried out since corn though, surprisingly. Because I just went through a spot where we got trucks stuck. Granted, I'm not loaded, but I didn't even sink in, so we're doing okay right now. As I said at the beginning, there's a lot of people that are still struggling through harvest, or people that haven't even started combining, that are, the cost of everything's gonna go up. Granted, corn prices are up right now, yeah, but still, nothing worse than going out in the day and knowing your day is going to fall apart before you even start. That's what it is, battling Mother Nature sometimes. Last year was drought. This year was a lot of water, at least in the Northeast. There's other places of the US and Canada that are drought that nothing grew. Can't control that. Not only are they chocolate covered, because I'll be honest, I'm not a big chocolate sweet person. They're peppermint chocolate covered. Alright. Yeah. We're actually gaining here. Let me grab you down. Oh. Got 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 more, and this field will be done. I didn't do the back corner. I'll have the tractor come in and do the very edges in the back corner. No point in me finding a wet spot and wasting time. But yeah, these are good. These are good. So, lucky I can field spread. There's going to be a ton of people that, the dragline guys like Walton, that we watch those videos, or we film that. Them guys are okay. They can battle some wet conditions, but anybody who's pulling tankers, spreading with trucks, there's gonna be some wet conditions this fall. I know a lot of people hope it doesn't rain for like 2 months, and still I bet they're gonna be wet. He's moving right along here. So he's on to that field. I think he's almost done with it. At least the right side of it. I was really surprised. This field where there was a lot of mud on the road, we haven't got back. It's just me and him running today, so. That's all finished up there. Looks good. That'll help the cover crop, the triticale, actually get a good start. That is load 17 for him, right to the brim. That tanker does a pretty good job though, keeping it all in. We'll put a new door, the new fill door in, and make it a little taller, and it will be really, really nice. Well, not that much taller. So these girls on pasture here, this is their last day on this one. They're going to move up front for a little bit, and then we're done with pasture. Grass has just slowed down big time, which it is fall. Finishing it up. Yeah, just got this front to do. Maybe I'll have the tractor run some of the wetter spots. Maybe I won't even see them. Looking good. Well, good day of tanker yanking. Tanker's pretty clean, which is always a plus. Got a bunch done. Stayed away from the wet spots, so back into that corner. 2-3 tanker loads from the tractor will get that done, but we are done this way, so that's good. We got some foliage out here, so look at that, pretty trees, pretty leaves. But alrighty, that's gonna do it for today for tanker yanking. I gotta move some equipment tomorrow morning for my brother. I guess maybe you guys will tag along with that, since everybody's a big fan of my brother being on the channel. Too much sauce, not enough apple. Maybe we'll make that into a shirt, but we'll see. Well, got a bunch of manure moved. I think the pit, we dropped it. It's showing the bolts in the first panel. So, I don't know. We probably dropped it 2-3 foot. So, good start. Francisco did run some loads previous days. Total of 23 loads I think he ran. He's at 18 loads right now. I don't even know how many I ran. I stopped counting. I usually give up. Well, actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then we did 10 and 11. I might have ran 11 or 12. We're gonna go with 12. So running a further distance, but I move more at the same time, so I'm ahead. But appreciate you guys watching along. Good first day with the truck for the fall. Tires stayed good, truck ran good, tanker was happy. Yeah, we're in a good boat. So I'm gonna get out of here. I think I gotta go grocery shopping. I don't know if I got anything to eat in my house, so probably should do that. You know, I don't want to starve, but appreciate you guys watching. Remember, the merch store's up, duffyag.com, link in the description. Appreciate all of you guys who have been buying shirts. All the profits of that's just gonna go back into farming and more projects, more equipment, more neat stuff. So appreciate all of that. You guys are great. Alrighty, have a good one.